Don't skip. Your soulmate secretly stayed awake all night thinking about you. My child, listen closely to me, for what I am about to tell you changes everything. You almost scrolled past this message, thinking it was just another voice in the noise. But I stopped you, because the person I made for you could not sleep last night, and their thoughts were filled with you. They lay in the quiet dark, restless, and your name was a whisper in their mind. I saw them turn on their pillow, asking me when they would finally find you. And I am telling you now, do not skip this moment, for it is a holy interruption. I am the one who formed you both in the secret places of your mother's wombs. I watched every tear you cried in the lonely hours of the night. And I have been writing a love story that is about to collide with your life. You felt a strange warmth yesterday afternoon, an unexpected memory of a face you have never seen. You dismissed it as your imagination running wild with hope. But that was my hand brushing against your heart to let you know they are near. Your soulmate stayed awake all night thinking about you, even though you have not yet met. I planted you in their dreams like a seed falling into rich soil. And soon, that seed will break through the ground and bloom into the meeting you have begged me for. Stay with me until the end, because I am going to reveal the exact sign I am placing in your path tomorrow. I will show you that this is not wishful thinking or the desperate longing of a tired heart. This is the living breath of my promise, and it is marching toward you even now. Jesus says, I have seen the nights when you wrapped your arms around your own body and pretended it was someone holding you. I collected every silent tear that dropped onto your pillow when the world was asleep. Those tears have been prayers, and I have answered them in a way you do not yet understand. The soulmate I prepared for you has been praying for you too, though they do not know your face. They have asked me to guard your heart and keep you safe from those who would wound you. And I have done so, even when you thought I had abandoned you to your solitude. You remember the dream you had last week, the one that left you with a feeling of deep peace? You woke up and the feeling lingered like a fragrance clinging to your clothes. That was a visitation from the future I am building for you both. Do not think it is too late, and do not let the lies of the enemy convince you I have forgotten. I am never late, my child. I am always perfectly on time for the breakthrough I have designed. Your waiting is not punishment, it is preparation, and the one I am sending you needs that time too. The Lord says, your soulmate lay awake thinking about the way your voice will sound when you first say their name. They imagined the warmth of your hand in theirs, and they smiled in the darkness. I saw it, and I smiled with them, because I love to give good gifts to my children. There is a sign coming your way tomorrow, and you must be ready to see it with the eyes of your heart. It will be a small thing that the world would overlook, but you will know it is from me. I will make your spirit leap inside you like a child recognizing a parent's voice. You have wondered if the ache in your chest was permanent, a wound that would never close. But that ache is not a wound, it is the stretching of your heart to make room for the one I am bringing. Let the discomfort remind you that a greater love is pushing its way into your life. Stay with me a little longer, for the secret I am keeping will wrap around your shoulders like a cloak of peace. I am going to give you a final seal that will quiet every anxious thought. When I speak it at the end of this word, you will feel chains of doubt fall away. Jesus says, "You met someone once who broke you open and left you bleeding on the ground. I was there, holding the pieces of your heart when you thought you could never love again. But I am the God who resurrects dead things, and I am resurrecting your ability to trust." Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the pain you have carried, and they prayed for your healing. They do not even know your name yet, but my Spirit moved them to intercede for you. That is the kind of love I am crafting, a love that fights for you before you even meet. When you suddenly remember a forgotten song from your childhood, and it brings tears to your eyes, that is me. When you walk into a room and feel an unexplainable sense of expectation, that is me. I am tuning your heart to the music of your future, note by gentle note. The Lord says, "You must let go of the old hurt now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but now. I am asking you to open your clenched fists and release the bitterness you have been holding. You cannot receive the new blessing I am bringing if your hands are still full of the old pain. Forgive the person who wounded you, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you made when you were blind and stumbling in the dark. I have already forgiven you, and I am calling you to step into the freedom I paid for with my blood." Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the day when you will both look back at this time. You will see how the hidden threads I wove through your separate lives finally came together. And you will praise me for the nights of waiting that you once cursed. Do not skip over these words, for I am carving a path through the wilderness of your uncertainty. I am the God who parted the sea, and I will part the confusion that surrounds your future. The one I am sending you is walking toward you on ground I have already prepared. Jesus says, "There is a number that keeps appearing to you, a sequence you notice on clocks and in unexpected places. You have brushed it off as a coincidence of a tired mind searching for meaning. But I am telling you plainly, it is a signpost I have set up along your road. That number is a whisper from eternity, a nudge to look up from your daily grind. It means the timing of your meeting is held in my hand, and it is counting down. When you see it next, say a prayer of thanks, for you are one day closer to your promise." Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the color of your eyes, a color they have never seen. They felt a sudden peace about their future, a peace that made no earthly sense. That peace was my answer to their prayer, and it is a seal over your connection. The dreams you have been having, the ones where you feel a presence beside you, are not random. I speak in dreams, and I am planting visions of your future companion in your sleeping mind. Do not dismiss them as foolish fancy, but write them down and watch how I confirm them. The Lord says, "Tomorrow, you will hear a name, and it will stir something deep in your chest. It might be a stranger's name called out in a store, or a name in a story you read. Pay attention, for that name is tied to the person I am bringing into your life." Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the life you will build together, the quiet ordinary days. They imagined sitting with you at a table, talking about nothing, and feeling completely at home. That vision is a gift from me, a foretaste of the banquet I am preparing for you both. You have felt at times that you are invisible, that you walk through crowds and no one truly sees you. But I see you, and the one I have set apart for you will see you too, right into the depths. They will recognize you like a long-lost melody that suddenly returns to a weary singer. Stay with me, for the revelation I promised is drawing closer with every breath you take. I am going to tell you what will happen when you finally lay your head down tonight. This will be the final seal that my hand is upon this connection and that you can rest. Jesus says, "The sudden bursts of hope you feel are not your own, they are borrowed from your future joy. I am allowing your spirit to taste the coming fulfillment so you will have strength to continue. Do not push those feelings away, but let them wash over you like spring rain on dry ground. When you woke in the quiet hours last night, between the dark and the dawn, I was speaking. That restlessness was not an enemy, it was a divine invitation to pray for your soulmate. They were awake at the same moment, thinking of you, and the air between you was charged with my presence. Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the moment of your meeting, rehearsing it in their heart. They wondered if they would recognize you immediately, or if it would be a slow, beautiful dawning. I have promised them that when that moment comes, there will be no confusion, only deep recognition. The Lord says, "Do not believe the lie that you have missed your chance, that your choices disqualified you from this gift. My grace is bigger than your failures, and my plans cannot be derailed by human stumbling. I am the God of second chances, third chances, and of restoring the years the locusts have eaten. Your past does not define you, it refines you into the person your soulmate needs you to be. The scars you carry will become bridges of empathy in your future relationship. You will comfort each other with the comfort I have given you in your separate seasons of pain. Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about how they will thank me when they finally find you. They planned the words they will whisper in the dark as they hold your hand. Those words will be a praise offering that rises to my throne like fragrant incense. You are about to enter a season where you will understand the reason for every delay. The closed doors, the disappointing relationships, the long stretches of silence all had a purpose. I was protecting you from lesser loves so you would be free for the greatest love I have designed. Jesus says, "Now I want you to do something that takes great courage, my child. I want you to speak out loud, even in a whisper, the name of the one who wounded you most. Then say, I release them into your hands, Lord, and I choose to forgive." As you do this, a spiritual transaction takes place in the heavenly realms. The chains that tied you to that old pain will fall away, and your heart will feel lighter. This is the final step of trust that I have been waiting for you to take. Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the burdens you carry, and they asked me to lighten your load. Their prayers are being answered right now, in this very moment, as you read these words. You are not alone in your struggles, you have an intercessor who has not yet seen your face. The Lord says, I am going to tell you a secret about the sign I am placing in your path tomorrow morning. It will be a small white feather, lying where you do not expect to find it. When you see it, you will know it is from me, and you will feel a peace pass all understanding. But before I give you the final seal, I need you to understand the depth of my love for you. I did not spare my own son for you, so I will certainly not withhold any good thing. Your soulmate is one of those good things, a treasure I have kept hidden for the right time. Do not skip these words, for they are life to those who find them and health to their whole body. I am speaking directly to your situation, even though I know you might be tempted to doubt. The enemy wants you to believe this message is for someone else, but it is for you, specifically you. Jesus says, that thought that keeps returning, the one about a certain place you suddenly want to visit, is from me. I am stirring your spirit to go where I am leading, even if it seems illogical. Your obedience to that small nudge could be the very thing that leads to your meeting. Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the laughter you will share, the kind that heals old wounds. They pictured the two of you walking together under a sky I painted just for that moment. Every good and perfect gift comes from me, and this meeting will be a perfect gift. You have felt a strange expectation lately, as if something is about to break open in your life. That feeling is my spirit bearing witness with your spirit that the time is near. Do not silence it with rational doubts, but fan it into a flame of expectant faith. The Lord says, tomorrow, when you walk outside, the sun will feel different on your skin. It will feel like a gentle embrace, a reminder that my presence goes with you everywhere. That warmth will be a physical sign of the spiritual reality I am creating. Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the sound of your footsteps approaching. They imagined turning and seeing you for the first time, and their heart racing with holy recognition. That moment is preserved in my timeline, and nothing in this world can prevent it. You must guard your thoughts now, refusing to entertain the old narratives of unworthiness. When the accuser whispers that you are too broken to be loved, silence him with my word. I have said that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and my words are truth. Stay with me, for the final revelation is almost upon you, and it will seal this message in your heart. I am going to speak a peace over you that will change the way you sleep tonight. This peace will be the signature of my hand on your future and on your soulmate's life. Jesus says, the quiet moments when you feel a sudden urge to pray, even without words, are holy ground. In those moments, your spirit is connecting with your soulmate's spirit through my spirit. I am weaving a bond between you that will be fully revealed in the day of your meeting. Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the promises they want to make to you before my altar. They imagined vowing to love you as I love the church, with a sacrificial, unbreakable love. Those vows are already forming in their heart, and I am preparing you to receive them. Do not be afraid of the intensity of this message, or the hope it stirs within you. Hope can feel dangerous when you have been disappointed so many times before. But I am not a man that I should lie, and my hope does not put you to shame. The Lord says, I am calling you to step out of the shadow of your past and into the light of my plan. The shadow cannot follow you if you keep walking forward, looking straight ahead at me. Your soulmate is walking in that same light, and your paths are converging. Tomorrow you will hear a song on the radio, or in a store, and it will stop you in your tracks. The lyrics will speak directly to your waiting heart, confirming everything I have told you. That song is my love note to you, a kiss from heaven in the middle of your ordinary day. Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about your smile, though they have not yet seen it. They sense that when you smile, it will light up a room and chase away the darkness. I have given them that hope as an anchor in their own nights of waiting. You have been so brave, my child, even when you felt like giving up. I have seen your faithfulness in the small things, the prayers whispered through tears. And I am telling you, your reward is walking toward you with sure feet. Jesus says, "Now, I want you to place your hand on your heart and breathe deeply, in and out, slowly. Feel the rhythm of your own life, the heartbeat I have sustained for such a time as this. That heartbeat is a drum marching you toward the destiny I have written for you. Your soulmate stayed awake thinking about the day when you will both testify to my goodness. They imagined standing before friends and family, telling the story of how I brought you together. That testimony will be a light to others who are still waiting in the dark. The sign I promised is coming, but the greater sign is the peace I am releasing right now. You will feel a stillness settle over your spirit, a calm assurance that you are deeply loved. This is the final seal of peace that I am pressing into your waiting heart. The Lord says, tonight, when you close your eyes, you will not be alone in your room. I will send my angels to stand guard around your bed, and my presence will fill the space. Your soulmate will also feel that peace, wherever they are, and they will know something has shifted. Do not skip this final word, for it carries the weight of my eternal promise over your life. I am binding the wounds of your past and declaring you whole and ready for love. The loneliness you have endured was not wasted, I have used it to deepen your capacity for intimacy. Your soulmate stayed awake all night thinking about you, and I was listening to every thought. They prayed for your protection, your joy, and that I would hurry the day of your meeting. I am not a God who hurries, but I am a God who brings things to pass at the perfect time. Now I speak this blessing over you and over the one I am bringing into your life. May your meeting be filled with wonder and the deep sense of coming home. May your love be a fortress against the storms of life, built on the rock of my faithfulness. Receive this final seal, my child. The peace that settles on you now is my covenant promise. You will not be forgotten, you will not be abandoned, and you will not wait forever. I am the God who saw you before you were born, and I have already written the chapter where you meet your soulmate. Go in this peace, and watch for the white feather tomorrow, the song, the name, the warmth. But most of all, rest in the truth that your soulmate secretly stayed awake all night thinking about you. And I, the Lord of all creation, am the matchmaker, and my plans never fail. Jesus says, "Go in peace, for your future is secure in my hands, and your soulmate is already on the way."